Chapter 1: The Embrace of Ginnungagap. In the beginning there was nothing but a yawning void, an endless chasm of silence and stillness. This was Ginnungagap, the gaping abyss where the seeds of the cosmos lay dormant, awaiting the breath of life to stir them into being. It was a place of potential, where the very fabric of existence was yet to be woven, and the threads of fate had not yet spun their intricate tapestry. To the north of Ginnungagap there lay the realm of Niflheim, a world of mist and cold, where ice burgeoned and frosted rivers flowed from the wellspring of Ymir. The Rhine flowed into the void, carrying with it the chill of the primordial winter. To the south was Muspelheim, the land of fire, where the heat was so intense that it shimmered in the air, and the sparks that flew from its depths were like the stars that would one day adorn the night sky. As the cold from Niflheim and the heat from Muspelheim met within the embrace of Ginnungagap, a miraculous transformation began. The ice began to thaw, and from the droplets of water that formed, life emerged in the shape of a colossal being. This was Ymir, the first of the giants, born from the elemental dance of creation. Ymir was neither male nor female, but was a being of such immense power that from their slumbering form others would soon arise. As Ymir lay in the void, nourishment came from the melting ice in the form of a great cow named Odin. With licks of her warm tongue, she uncovered more beings hidden within the ice. One of these was Buri, an ancestor of the gods, who emerged strong and handsome. Buri begat a son, Bor, who in turn married Besla, a daughter of the giant lineage. From their union, the first of the Aesir Gods were born, Odin, Vila, and Ve. These gods, imbued with the essence of both the primordial giants and the divine, were destined to shape the cosmos. They looked upon the sleeping form of Ymir and the vast emptiness of Ginnungagap, and saw the raw materials for a world yet to be crafted. It was from Ymir's very body that the land, sea, and sky would be formed, and from the void they would bring forth the order of the 9 realms. But the creation of the world was no small feat, and it required a sacrifice of unimaginable proportions. The gods knew that to bring order to the chaos, to carve out the realms of men and deities, they would have to confront the very forces that had given them life. The destiny of the cosmos was in their hands, and the tale of their deeds would echo through the ages, a saga of power, betrayal, and the eternal cycle of creation and destruction. Thus began the Age of the Gods, an era where the foundations of the world were laid, and the echoes of their actions would resonate through the myths and legends of the people who would one day inhabit the earth. The embrace of Ginnungagap had given birth to the wonders and horrors of existence, and from this primordial nexus, the tapestry of life was finally unfurled. Chapter 2: The Fall of Ymir. As the dawn of the gods' age cast its first light upon the realms, Odin and his brothers, Vila and Ve, beheld the vastness of Ginnungagap and the slumbering giant Ymir. The brothers, filled with the vigor of new divinity, conspired to forge a world from the chaos. They knew that the flesh and bones of Ymir, the primeval being, held the key to the creation of the 9 realms. Yet, this act would demand a sacrifice that would forever alter the fabric of the cosmos. The gods approached Ymir with heavy hearts, for they bore no malice towards the sleeping giant. But the necessity of their vision outweighed the pangs of regret. With the resolve of those destined to shape destiny, they unsheathed weapons forged from the elements of Muspelheim and Niflheim, the first artifacts of their divine will. The battle that ensued was cataclysmic. The very void itself trembled as the gods unleashed their fury upon Ymir. The giant awoke, thrashing in a maelstrom of confusion and rage, their roars echoing through the abyss. The clash of primordial forces shook the foundations of nothingness, as ice and fire, creation and destruction, life and death, all danced in a violent ballet. In the end, the might of the Aesir proved too great for Ymir. With a final thunderous blow, Odin and his brothers felled the colossal being. As Ymir's form collapsed, the void was filled with a tumultuous surge of raw energy. From the giant's wounds, a deluge of lifeblood gushed forth, a great torrent that threatened to drown the nascent cosmos. The gods, however, were undaunted. They channeled the flood into the formation of the seas, while Ymir's flesh became the earth, rich and fertile. The mountains rose from their bones, and from the giant's tangled hair grew the forests. The skull of Ymir, vast and hollow, was hoisted by the gods to form the dome of the sky, with the brain clouds drifting across its expanse. The sparks and embers from Muspelheim, captured in the tumult, were flung into the heavens, creating the stars. The sun and moon, chased by wolves across the sky, were set in motion to mark the passage of time. Thus, from the death of Ymir, the world was born, a testament to the gods' power and the price of creation. But the act of slaying Ymir was not without consequence. The remaining giants, kin to the fallen Ymir, looked upon the gods with enmity and sorrow. A rift had formed between the Aesir and the Jotnar, one that would fester into a wound of bitterness and strife. The seeds of future conflicts were sown, and the tapestry of fate would be marred by the blood of the innocent and the guilty alike. In the aftermath of creation, the gods stood upon the newly formed earth, amidst the rolling seas and under the vast sky. They had achieved the unimaginable, bringing order to chaos, shaping the world from the void. Yet, as they gazed upon their work, they knew that the saga of the gods and the world they had wrought was only just beginning. The fall of Ymir had set in motion events that would echo through the ages, shaping the destinies of gods and men in the ever-unfolding story of the cosmos. In the wake of creation's mighty upheaval, the Aesir stood triumphant, their vision of a structured cosmos now a tangible reality. The world, a vibrant tapestry woven from Ymir's essence, lay before them, ripe with possibility and the promise of life. The gods, with wisdom and foresight, set about the task of populating this new realm with beings of their own design. From the soil of the earth, they shaped the dwarves, stout and skilled craftsmen, to dwell within the mountain's heart, guardians of the treasures that lay within. The elves, luminous and ethereal, were brought forth to inhabit the realm of Niflheim, their grace a reflection of the world's hidden beauty. And to Midgard, the realm of mortals, the gods bestowed the gift of humanity, kindling the divine spark within them, that they might strive, love, and dream beneath the watchful eyes of their creators. The Aesir themselves established Asgard, a realm apart, where majestic halls and golden palaces soared. There they would hold council, their voices echoing with the authority to uphold the order of the 9 realms. The great tree Yggdrasil, its roots and branches entwining the worlds, stood as a symbol of the interconnectedness of all things, a reminder of the gods' duty to maintain the balance they had wrought. In this new dawn, the Aesir reveled in the fulfillment of their labors. Festivities echoed through the halls of Asgard, tales of valor and creation were sung by bards, and the mead flowed freely. The gods looked upon their work with pride, knowing that they had carved light from darkness, life from void, and order from chaos. Yet, even as they celebrated, the wise among them knew that this was but the beginning of a grander saga. For the world they had shaped was alive, ever-changing, and its story would be one of triumph and tragedy, love and loss, peace and war. The Aesir had set the stage for a great drama that would unfold across the ages, and they, along with all their creations, would play their parts in the destiny of the world they had brought into being.